Okay, so hopefully you've watched the video explaining how third and fourth year scheduling works. Now we need to discuss the nuts and bolts of actually arranging your personal schedule. like a lot of schools, uses a software product called eValue to assist in generating the schedules. This actually uses an algorithm that's kind of similar to the one used for the residency match to make sure as many students as possible get what they want. So how does this work? Students enter their preferences for what rotations they want and when they want them. One preference consists of a named rotation at a particular time. Example, surgery during block 3. The software then tries to fulfill the highest ranked preferences across the board, resulting in a more desirable and equitable outcome compared to a pure lottery system. So what do I actually do to get my preferred schedule? First, you go to www.evalue.net and click the Log In to eValue button, entering the username and password. We will send you this via email. Then you click the tab taking you to the Preferences page by clicking Schedules, then Preferences, and then Scheduling Preferences. You will need to check the availability, which shows you the time frames for when a particular rotation is available. To do this, you would click on the hyperlink which reads, "Click here to search for availability online." This will then open a new tab or window. Choose the course you are interested in from the alphabetical drop-down menu. Click Search, and you will see the course's availability throughout the year. Alternatively, if you want to check all the availability for a specific time frame, you can do that from this window by choosing that time frame, and you will see all the rotations. When planning out your schedule, remember to check if the course requires any prerequisites by referencing the Senior Elective Manual. Now you need to navigate back to the main menu, then click Next. Now choose your courses from the alphabetical drop-down menus. Then choose a time frame, that's the block that you want. The higher on the list a course selection is, the greater preference you are indicating to the software. You must enter a minimum number of preferences, so that's 30 for both juniors and 30 for seniors. You can enter a maximum of 100 preferences. To submit, scroll down the list to below the number 100 and click the Submit button. You can come back and make changes as many times as you want before the preferencing period closes. Just make sure you save if you make any changes. You don't actually have to enter any preferences, but if you do this, the software will automatically give you the leftovers. It's also a good idea to preference some electives. You can change these later, but if you wait and try to get a spot in the elective outside of the optimization process, the spots may have already become filled. This is particularly important for some of the more popular electives. So, let's say you absolutely know that you want a spot on the ENT elective. Ideally, you want it during block 3A. For your number 1 preference, list ENT, then list block 3A for the time frame. For preference 2, you could also list ENT, then choose block 3B. Then for your third choice, you could preference ENT again and choose block 4A. To further increase the odds that you'll get a spot on an ENT elective at some point in the year, you could then add a line item listing ENT with a time frame of any time frame. The biggest thing with this is to be flexible. Preference the things that you absolutely want, but don't feel like you need to have a specific time frame listed for every single rotation. The software weighs getting you into the rotations you want more highly than getting the exact time frame that you want. Once you have completed all of your preferences, you will need to scroll down to below preference number 100 and click Complete. You will then be taken to what looks like a blank page. This is a small glitch in eValue's system, which has taken you to the bottom of the save page. Scroll all the way up to the top of the screen. Some electives have the option of being taken for 2 or 4 weeks. If you chose any of these electives, this is the screen where you will be given the opportunity to indicate which of these 2 options you would like. Finally, click Save Preferences. Most of all, don't worry too much about this. Use the software to indicate what your desired preferences are, but don't feel like your future is tied to the success of this matching algorithm. There will be ample opportunity to make changes afterward through the add-drop process. No one has ever been kept from practicing their desired specialty by hiccups in the e-value optimizing system. We'll make sure you get exposure to the fields that interest you most. So if e-value kicks out a schedule that completely leaves off an elective that you absolutely feel you must have, or places the rotation you are most interested in at a time point that worries you for some reason, wait until the add drop process where you can make changes. Just remember to relax. You're about to embark on an even more exciting part of your education, and you'll begin helping people every day, so look forward to it.